Hello there, Only One Kenobi here, Only One. So I got in tonight just now and I'm going to open this for you. But the thing is, I could have opened this for you last night and I didn't do anything last night. I had a bit of a night off of videos or anything like that. But yeah, I got it this morning and I noticed that this was outside. So that's it anyway. It wasn't raining, so that's good news, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? So let's get this open. I know what it is. And it's, yeah, something I was waiting to come on Amazon over here. But in the end, some people I know in the community, they just said, go get it on Amazon US. So I did. Because, I can't help myself, man. I'm trying to basically cut back here and there. But one thing I really wanted, it's crazy, is this variant of Ahsoka. Oh my God. So I've just spent, is it £75 on this? Whatever it was, because you've got to do the shipping from Amazon US, whatever, for the UK. But really, if you wanted them loose, you'd have to, and carded, you'd, obviously, I'm speaking the obvious here, but you'd have to buy 2 sets. But I don't want to do that. I don't particularly want these droids loose. They didn't impress me in the publicity, but this Ahsoka cardback I did like. Oh God. And I dare say these will be nice to add to the Clone Wars. I've got loads of Clone Wars stuff now, actually. Yeah. So let's get it open and have a closer look, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? This is a little bit off the cuff, this a little bit spontaneous, unscripted as ever, you know what I mean? So let's just have a look at them, eh? So we've got, have they got numbers on them? Oh God, yeah, they're all numbered as well. So you've got to get them, haven't you? 324, VC202 RG-G1, a coned droid. Do I have any coned droids? Yes, I've got these two fellas in my life. I've got this guy, I've forgotten his number, M something. And then this one from Galaxy's Edge, which is quite nice. They're good droids, aren't they? The conehead ones. And so this is yet another one. So R5G1, GG. I can't remember the episode of the Clone Wars where these were all... Yeah, I kind of vaguely remember there was loads of running around and something to do with Ahsoka. Was it in season 7? I can't remember. So there's him. And this one here is cheap. Well, it wasn't cheap. It was $75, ladies and gentlemen. But that's very BB-8-esque, isn't he? I'll just give you a quick look now and then we'll line them up and we'll have a closer look if you want to look at the figures. I'm not going to be opening these, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. You're going to have to check out... Bosk's Bounty has these. He will have opened them, I reckon. Haven't seen your video on that one, Tim, I'm afraid. So there's the back. This is 23. That one was, what was it? 24. And then we have this one. This is nice. That is one I would be interested in. That's Ahsoka's droid. Am I right? I have that. Bear with me. I keep calling it the Dave Filoni line. It's not. It's just the animated, CGI animated figure line. And by that I mean figures that were made to look like they were in the Dave Filoni series, basically. Look at his eyes glowing there with the sunroof. Nice. Great figures. Really actually are lovely actually in that line, and they're very accurate. Do you want to have a look at Yoda? There he is. He's a great look. It looked just like he looked in the animation. What number was he? R7A7, and he was VC202. And I'll just stop there a little minute if you want to have a... I'll maybe show you the backs again in a minute. And finally, this is what I really wanted. Excuse me. And it is a lovely alternative cardback, that. That's a beautiful cardback, that. Really wanted that. Look at it. If you're into cardbacks and stuff, you'll understand what I mean, but the original card was not so good. I think it was a long shot, wasn't it? Yeah. I can put it on screen for comparison purposes, but that's more of a mid-shot, which is much nicer. And look at the lightsaber there as well. That's a really nice cardback. VC202. So yeah, that's right. It goes back to the original card number, that one, but it's an alternative image. So like I probably said in my video, which I'll leave a link to it, when they first announced these, I would have probably, knowing me, I probably would have waffled on about alternative cardbacks in that video. And I won't do it again, but myself, Bosk's Bounty, were advocates for alternative images, and they've got a shed load they could and should do for the original trilogy, like for Luke Bespin is the biggest. Exhibit A for myself anyway, that's what I want them to do. We'll go handheld. Starting with Ahsoka Tano. Hang on. A bit of factory dust on there. So the Siege of Mandalore, yeah. It is season 7, that, isn't it? Pretty sure that is. If I'm wrong on that, please do correct me, God. And the figure is as previously seen. It's a nice figure as well. Blue lightsabers. And here's the image. It's probably... I might go all out here and say that that's the best. Well, it is the best cardback we have for an Ahsoka. It's the 3rd one now for Clone Wars. There are other Ahsokas you can get for, you know, Mandalorian and stuff, but that's great. Here is the back, just one more time. I want you to see that little blurb there if you want to read that. Alright, awesome stuff, and there's all the rubbish at the bottom. 202, yep, great. And here is R7A7. He hasn't got a nickname, these other two do. But I assume this is how droid. Definitely the same colour scheme, but this is a realistic version of that droid. So if you wanted to get your hands on that, this is your chance. Unfortunately, I'm blighted with the need to keep things carded in my collecting. I do open, I mean, look at all that, that's all open, isn't it? So I am an opener, but I am also, unfortunately, a carded collector too. What I don't like is the size of these bubbles, that's way too big. Granted, they're all the same height, but really, come on now. Save your plastic, number 1 Hasbro, you could have saved a bit of money, surely. Am I right? I'm not wrong. And also, I don't like the empty space anyway. And also, finally, you'd see more of the image in the background if they'd done that. One more time on the back here. R7A7. There you go. Interesting. Nice colours, that droid, isn't it? And let's have a look at cheap. The cardback looks quite nice from here when you see all that lovely what do you call that design? It must have a name. I always call it Death Star lighting design or whatever. Yeah, it's quite a nice cardback. Nice looking droid. Very animated looking though, the cardback, isn't it? They've almost gone there now, as opposed to the realistic thing. They're not hiding the CGI-ness of that whole era. This droid, they look very kind of plasticky really in a way, isn't he? I bet you any money that arm isn't articulated, because Chopper wasn't. You couldn't hinge it like you could. The 30th anniversary R2D2, what's he called, the Macquarie line, that had articulation. I'll go and get it, 1 minute. Here you go. And I am going to do a series of stuff that's annoyed me that Hasbro have done. You know, blunders, things they could have done better, and this would be one of them. Well, this wouldn't be. This is a great figure. It does that. So why didn't they make sure that Chopper did that? And I'm sure he won't. It's just a half-baked job, isn't it, man? Could have done better. Here is the back for cheap. Y finalmente, RGG1 GG. There he is. I'll show you him in there first. Let's just get the light so there's no glare on there. Yeah, they look really basic. There's no like kind of weathering on them, and they say weathering like he has. They're nicely weathered. These Disney Park ones are great actually, but these just, maybe they're supposed to reflect how they look in the animated series, which is, they've got kind of that CGI shine, haven't they? All the characters, even the humans do in a way. Maybe that's what they're going for. Although he looks like he's got a little bit of weathering around there, you know what I mean? A little bit of like cloudy kind of metallic dirt or something, I don't know. He looks pretty clean. So that's all of them. I'm glad I've got them, because I've got them. I'm not missing really anything carded. I've got this far with my collecting life. I figure buy these things now before they go, you know, either astronomical, or I would probably regret it by the fact that these might get, the market might get flooded by these in a month or so in the UK, and I'll be like, bloody hell, why did I bother spending extra getting it imported from the USA? Excuse me. Well, that'll be it for now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to leave it there. I'll do a thumbnail, I'll set them out, but the weather's a bit dark and gloomy out there, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that sky. So it's longer days because we're in the summertime, but I will leave it there. Thank you. Let me know your thoughts on that, and if you've bought them yourself, and we'll leave it there. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one.